Okay, how a simple credit card literally, it basically enslaved me again. If you have one, you need to get up and run away from that joker. Get up and run. Uh, about a year ago, I had cut my credit cards up. Okay, I was tired of being in debt, and I was like, you know what, I'm done with this. So I chopped them jokers up. About 30 days ago, I had to get my credit card back, so I ordered another one because I wanted to put a small balance on it so I don't just close that account up because it's not good for your credit score. So I was like, okay, I'll put something like Netflix or Hulu on there. Okay, I get it, comes in the mail, and I put it in my hand, and I was like, okay, it felt like evil, literally grabbing me, choking me. And next thing I know, I have $1,600 on my credit card, and I literally had, I think, $300 or $400 to pay off on it. I would have been debt free from consumer debt. And every day I could feel it in my wallet, literally dragging me towards it. I was like, okay, I have to cut this up. And my sister was like, Dion, did you cut that credit card up? Dion, did you cut that credit card up? No, I haven't. I'm just going to buy this, or I'm just going to buy that, or I'm going to buy this. And I kept ringing it up. And I was like, okay, you know what? This is crazy. I have got to get rid of this credit card. I was like, I can't do this anymore. A year ago, I cut my credit cards up. I was fine. I literally started taking trips every 6 to 8 weeks, and I paid every last one of them in cash without a credit card. And I was like, okay, what am I doing? Why am I sliding backwards when I just come so far? I literally got up almost to the top of this mountain, and I am sliding backwards. I have got to get rid of this credit card. So I just got back from San Diego, and right before I left, I was like, I refuse to have this in my wallet. I grabbed my scissors out of my kitchen, and I sat there, and I chopped it up into little bits. If I had matches at that time, I would have burned that joker. I was just like, I refuse to allow this to control me. I don't want it to. So how do you feel with your credit cards? Does it feel like some entity, literally when it's in your hand, literally controlling your mind, controlling your hands, controlling what you see? How do you feel when you have a credit card in your hand? Or credit cards, if you have multiple ones? Because first credit card I got, I was 18 years old. I remember going to college. I walked on campus, and the first thing I saw was a row of tables. Sitting there was Discover, MasterCard, Visa, and I have no job. I'm 18, okay? I literally just did student loans. So I have debt already, and I haven't even started a day in the classes yet. And they are giving 18-year-olds credit cards. They have no way to pay that off. They know they already have a massive amount of debt because they're going to college. So I get a Discovery card. Big mistake, y'all. I should have never signed, because the way they sold it to you, like, okay, don't worry, you can pay this off. With what job? With what money? But they sold it to me. And I had that credit card for about a decade, and it caused me a headache. It went from $500 balance to like $4,000 or $5,000 balance in like 5 years. And I'm sitting there trying to pay this thing off through college, but you really don't think about it. You're like, okay, let's go to the movies with our friends. I use it to buy my books. I don't want to eat at the cafeteria. Let's go down the street and use our credit card on that. I'm going to go buy clothes. All kind of stuff. So if you have a credit card, the way I was able to get out of that mess, I found a program called War on Debt. And by doing that, I've been able to pay off over $10,000 worth of debt. I have, like my good friend Dominique, I see you, girl, but my good friend Yolanda, her and her husband on one income, they have 3 beautiful kids. They paid off $40,000 worth of debt. You ready? In 8 months. Or my good friend Shanona, that I met a couple months ago. Her and her husband on one income. She's a stay-at-home mom. They have 4 beautiful children. They were able to pay off $15,000, again, wait for it, in 6 months. $15,000. Or Tammy Zapier on one single income. This woman was a debt collector for, I think she said, 25 years. Debt collector, y'all. Collecting our debt. and she had almost $500,000 worth of debt. She was able to pay off that $450,000 worth of debt. I think I'm getting the exact change, but almost $500,000 worth of debt in like 10 months on one income. She owns her house, she owns her cars, everything. Y'all need to get that program More in Debt. It has saved my life. And I cut up that credit card that was like literally calling to me, please use me. And I was like, okay, now I got to get rid of this. I was dying, you guys. I was dying. So I cut that credit card up. I continue to pay off debt. I'll be consumer debt free here in about 2 months, y'all. And next thing is a mortgage. I plan to have my mortgage paid off in about 4 to 5 years. I like, you know what? When I bought this house, I sat down there to sign the paperwork. The people that were selling it to me did not say, hey, you know what? You know you can pay this off in 5 to 7 years if you put this amount towards principal. No one told me that. If they would have told me that, I would have had this house paid off 10 years ago. They says, okay, we're going to do a 30-year loan, or we're going to give you a 15-year loan, or we're going to do this loan. You know, all they're thinking about is their money, not you, obviously. So if you want some change in your life, don't stay on this rat race. Go get War in Debt today. DannyJohnson.com. Go in there, find a program called War in Debt, buy that joker. Oh, here, real quick, before I get off of here. One of my new coworkers that just started a couple months ago, his name's Robert. Him and his wife, one day I'm talking to him, he and his wife are like, he said to me, he says, you know, I said, what's going on? He says, you know what? I'm about to lose my house. We're in so much debt. I owe this much back payments, this, and this. And we're going to go, what is that, Chapter 11? I can't remember which one that is, where you literally just wipe everything clean. But it messes up your credit, I think, for 7 years. I said, you know what, wait a minute. I showed him on my phone, because I always take a picture for that month how much I paid off. At that time, I paid off a little over $9,000. I showed it to him. He's like, okay, what do I do? He goes to DannyJohnson.com. That's DANI, Johnson.com, y'all. And he goes and gets the program. At the time, he didn't have the money to pay for it, so him and his wife split it in half. That's how much they were having trouble with money. He goes, he gets the program, and 2 weeks later, I go up to him. I said, what's going on? He said, oh, you won't believe it. Oh, my gosh. Me and my wife found over $680 of excessive spending that we were just throwing away from Walmart, from Starbucks, going to the dollar store, okay? So they said, we'll have my wife's, the smallest credit card, which is $500, paid off this month. I said, oh, my gosh, high five, baby, high five. So he goes, 2-3 weeks go by. He's like, Dion, it went up again. I said, what did? He says, the money we found over $800 now. So he's like elated. He is so happy. He said the pressure is gone. They have money to now pay off their house, get them, they don't have to go Chapter 11, the whole 9, y'all. So, hey, I don't know about you. You're probably happy. You probably have no debt. You're probably taking dream trips. The credit cards aren't haunting you every night. But if they are, you need to get to DannyJohnson.com today. Don't wait, and get the program called War in Debt. It works. It works. That's all I'm going to say. You know what? Have a blessed day. Peace.